Hello, dear friends of the internet. It is me, Edward, and today I would like to spend some time with you discussing our trip to the three Guyanas, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. We took the trip in June of 2015, which is already 3 or 4 months ago. And there's so many videos that we took while we were there that I couldn't even piece them all together. But there's some things that I'd like to show you about our trip, especially such things as how we got there, what it was like to get visas, the geocaches that we hid while we were there, and some of the transportation that we took to get from place to place. So, let's get started. Before we could get on a plane, Paula needed a visa to enter French Guiana. So she went to Bogota, and here is her visa. Our first destination was the airport here in Medellin. From there, we left Colombia. We flew first to Panama. After a brief layover, we flew to Georgetown. That's what you call real jungle land. We're arriving. Guyana requires a visa for Colombians to enter, but fortunately they allow almost anyone to get the necessary visa upon arrival. Everyone needs an entry stamp as well. Okay, we are now officially in Guyana. We're in a taxi, and as you can see, the taxis drive on the right-hand side. Well, at least they're in the right-hand side of the car, but they're on the left-hand side of the street. So that's really different for us, because in Colombia, it's the opposite. Well, Paula says they drive better in Colombia. I don't know about that. There are a lot of Tell me what price Guiana wants, man. You tell me when. Let me see. Okay, it's dinner time. We just got to Guyana a few hours ago, and we're pretty pooped out. So we stopped in a restaurant close to the hotel, and we've got some curry and something like maybe an empanada. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm so hungry I would eat a rock right now. So
okay, go ahead.
unfortunately, they don't serve beer in this restaurant. Why not? I don't know. So I hope she's going to bring me an ice cold drink.
Los zoológicos que yo he ido nunca los he visto. Hola. Hola, niña. La niña es más confianzuda, mira. Ay, qué niñito tan bonito. Niña. Hola. Hola. Ay, mi mamá dijo que no tocara.
Gritar a un caimán a 1 metro. Eso no es peligroso. No. Mira el ojo.
¿Se lo abrió? Ay, mira, están los conchudos.
Sí, pero tiene uñas más grandes que Princess Miau Miau. Hay que tener un poco de cuidado.
Mira, yo tocando. Ay, qué bonito, mira, y saca la lengüita.
Okay. Ya. ¿Tu mapa? Ahí está. Ya. ¿Cómo es el mapa de Guyanas? Ya está así, ok. Muy bien. Okay. I just want to say something important. We're in Guyana, and Paula is the most beautiful wife, the most wonderful wife in the world. Te amo mucho. ¿Dónde estamos, amor?
La alcaldía.
De
Yeah.
Georgetown.
Georgetown.
This is City Hall. You're looking at it.
The second time.
Saludos. Okay, we are right in front of the tallest wooden church in the world. Right there. We are about to take a trip in an airplane to Kiter Falls. When we went to the Guyanas, I was surprised that there was only one geocache in the entire city of Georgetown. So instead of searching for existing geocaches during our trip, we hid our own. The only geocache in Georgetown at the time of making this video is the one that we hid. When we were there, we looked for someone else's geocache, but we couldn't find it. Okay, so as you can see, we're 110 meters away, and it should be inside of a building. So we actually have to go inside to find it. Right? Here we go. Vamos. ¿Listos?
Bye. Yay!
Yay! Okay, the only thing we know about this geocache is that it's supposed to be inside of a building. And we have asked at that building over there, and we've gone into the hotel over there, and there's a bistro right here, and it's under construction. as you can see. And the closest we can get is probably that door right there, but it's definitely nothing now, whatever that was. Now that we have hidden a geocache in Georgetown, you can see how many people have visited and found it. In just a few months, lots of people have found our geocache. All right, YouTubers, it's me, Edward, beautiful wife, Paula, right there. We're in Georgetown, Guyana. Had a couple of beers. We're gonna have a couple of more, I suppose. And we're playing pool at Buddy's nightclub. Upstairs, there's a pool parlor. And Monday through Thursday, the pool is free from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. But you gotta pay a heck of a lot for the beers. I'm just saying. Alright, it's my turn. Here we go. ¿Y qué debo hacer? Colocar
¿Sabes jugar? Porque yo
más o menos. Voy a ver. ¿Cómo te fue? ¿Mal? ¿Eso fue malo? Bueno, eso no fue tan bueno, evidentemente. You saw it. I saw it. I'm glad I was filming it. We got visas to go to Suriname. And it took a little bit of work because we went to the consulate of Suriname on Monday morning, and we thought from everything we had read on the internet about visas that we would get the visa for both of us, for each of us, on the same day. But for a long list of countries, not including the United States, but other countries, such as Colombia, you need to wait. With visas in hand, we were ready to travel to Suriname. We hired a taxi to take us from Georgetown to Riverton, the small city on the river that separates the two countries. We are on the Guyana side of the border with Guyana and Suriname, and we're going to take a ferry, which you can see arriving right there. We're taking that ferry over to Suriname. We are arriving to Suriname. From the border town, we took a taxi to Paramaribo and arrived in about 3 hours. The next day, we took a river tour. Hello, dear friends of the internet. It's me, Edward, and today I am with my beautiful wife, Paula, who's trying to keep her hat on as we're standing in front of a boat. We're out on the river in Suriname. You can see the big river right there. It's just an awesome place to be. You can see the people we're with. They came here from Holland to visit. So, having a good old time. In Paramaribo, we hid 2 geocaches. Here you can see that this one has already been found many times. After a day in Paramaribo, we were off to the border with French Guiana. We took a taxi early in the morning and arrived to the border in about 2 hours. Hello, dear friends of the internet. It is me, Edward, and today I am with my beautiful wife, Paula. We are in Albina, Suriname. We are on another boat. You can see here is our boat. We've got all of our luggage down here. We are going to France, which is right across the river. That's French Guiana over there. So, we've already stamped out of Suriname, and the next step is to stamp into French Guiana. Okay, friends, we have just crossed the border. If you look right there, you can see a sign in French. So we are now officially in French Guyana. We are visiting the Camp de la Transportation. And I know I'm saying that wrong, but I don't speak French. Anyway, what's interesting is this is the place where they brought the prisoners of France. And this was a prison. This was the place where the movie Papillon was made about here. When the prisoners came, they arrived right over here on this river, and they were taken into this prison camp, which today is being used by children to play. So it's pretty interesting, the contrast of what it once was with what it is today. We are in French Guyana, very close to the border with Suriname, in a town I probably couldn't pronounce its name if I tried. So something like Saint-Pierre de Moroni or something like that. But anyway, it's pouring rain. Unfortunately, we've taken refuge in a little coffee shop, restaurant. You can see surrounding us, there are people enjoying coffee. And so we're going to try to make it to Cayenne. We just spent 2 hours waiting in a hot bus, waiting and waiting for them to leave, and they never left. So we're stuck here for the moment, and we don't know how we're going to get to Cayenne. We hope to get there by tonight. Fortunately, the coffee shop owner helped us find someone who had a car and was traveling toward Cayenne. They took us about 80% there, and we gladly paid for the gasoline. We then switched to the most expensive taxi we have ever ridden in. 110 euros for a trip that lasted about 30 minutes. So we have made it to French Guiana, and we are in the capital city, as it were, of French Guiana. And just looking around, you can see that things are written in the French language. There's a Coca-Cola advertisement. There's a pharmacy, P-H-A-R-M-A-C-I-E. I don't know how you say that. Pharmacie, I suppose. And pretty cool. We're glad to be here. It was a long trip. We ran into some difficulty on this side of the border. We couldn't find transportation. And we ran into a couple of people who helped us out quite a bit by letting us ride in their car. So we got about 80% here, and then we took a taxi from that point to this point. So we made it, and Paula found a store to go buy some souvenirs. She's checking that out. We are in a restaurant called Le Maeva, and I suppose I'm saying that more or less okay in French. We found two people here who speak Spanish perfectly. One was a taxi driver from Colombia, and in this restaurant there's a woman who's from Peru, so she speaks Spanish.
La de hotel.
Excellent.
La del hotel.
Yes, and the woman from the hotel who is from Brazil, she understands us because people from Brazil have an easy time understanding people from Colombia, so that's pretty cool. And the interesting thing is, it's really difficult to find people here who speak English. Los señores que nos trajeron, ellos hablaban inglés muy bien.
Pero ellos eran de
Alemania. Yes, yesterday we met two people, a gentleman and his son, who were visiting because of the space center here. They sent a rocket into space last night, and they were working on that. And so they spoke English really, really well, but they didn't speak Spanish. So between our English and our Spanish, we're getting by somehow or another here in Cayenne. We hid 2 geocaches in French Guiana. This one is called Telefono. The first people to look for it couldn't find it, but since then it has been found by lots of people. We're in Cayenne, French Guiana. As you can see back here, this is a gorgeous plaza on a very hot and sunny day. Soon it was time to head back towards home, so we left French Guiana for Suriname and stamped in at the international airport in Paramaribo.
Hola, bebé. Hola, hola. Qué bonito.
It's me, Edward. Today I'm with my beautiful wife, Paula. And we are in Paramaribo, Suriname. We are inside of the museum in the old part of town. It is incredibly beautiful here. Look at this place. It's stunning. We are in Paramaribo, Suriname. We just filled out our immigration documents right there. We are flying in a very small plane to Georgetown, Guyana. They actually weighed each passenger. So they weighed our luggage and each passenger to get on this plane. So I'm expecting this to be a pretty small plane. Anyway, we fly to Georgetown and then we switch airplanes to another airport, I should say. We switch airports. We've got to get in a taxi, drive off to another airport, and then we take big airplanes to Colombia. And everybody's, oh my God, we're starting to do stuff, so gotta get going. If you ever go to the Guyanas, I recommend using air transportation between the cities for at least one direction, as you will save time and experience air travel unlike the jet travel we are so accustomed to. Back in Guyana for just a few hours. It's me, Edward. Today, I am with my beautiful wife, Paula.
Hi.
We are in Georgetown, Guyana at the airport, the international airport, and we are at the Roraima VIP salon. So we've got ourselves some beer and some other drinky drinks. I don't know what she's got. What kind of drink you got over there? Paula. She's got whatever that is, white ice, and I've got a beer. And you can see here, Roraima Airways. That's the VIP salon. And Copa Airlines. Our favorite is Copa, yes! So we are flying back to Medellin, Colombia. Well, that was the end of our trip to Guyana. We flew from Georgetown to Panama, then back to Medellin. Thanks for watching.